Anyway, so I was actually just trying to take some B-roll footage to get some shots of where we are in the winelands, and I had some thoughts that I thought I would share quickly. So some observations from my performing with other artists and other musicians in Cape Town is as follows. For some reason, and I suppose it's the human condition actually, so it's kind of obvious in a sense, but musicians tend to sing about their problems. And that's fine, and I think that's great, because actually people can relate to them, and musicians have the gift of being able to express those life problems that we all go through in very succinct and artistic and creative and well done ways. And that's, I think, the role of the musician in many ways, is to be able to put to words and music thoughts that the everyday man has, and so he knows he's not alone in what he's going through. And that's great, except what's sad is most musicians tend to sing about their problems, and then they just keep singing about their problems, and then after they're done they sing about their problems, and then they make another album where they sing about their new problems. And I think that there's so much more that can be done and can be said. I think musicians, not in a weird kind of Deepak Chopra kind of like modernistic self-help way, but I think in some ways musicians are called to bring light into the world. And light as in like truth, meaning, objective purpose and value, and to ascribe value and to point people towards things that do have value, both in this world and things that are eternal. So I think singing about your problems is great. I think it's true. It's kind of weird if you just, skirt around issues and don't make music about it. But that's not all. That's not where it stops. I think musicians are called to present the problems, and then also to present answers and solutions, even if they're playing instrumental music, but to bring joy and to bring happiness, and to know that things in this world basically suck, but you can still find joy, because there are things that bring us joy in this world, but ultimately there are things that are eternal. And there's one who is eternal, who gives us joy and who gives us value. He gives us light and he gives us meaning. And not only that, but he brings purpose to our trials. He brings purpose to our suffering. And not only that, but he does those things because he loves us. He takes us through the valley. He takes us through the suffering because he loves us, and because that is what is good for us, and because that is what's best for us. So those are my thoughts on the role of the musician, after having watched lots of friends and fantastic musicians play this week in Cape Town.